So this champion is behind the wheel of the #7 Chevrolet in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. He holds the record for the most top 10 finishes in Xfinity Series history. And tomorrow he's joining an elite group of drivers in Charlotte for the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs.
Joining us ahead of the action is driver Justin Allgaier. From one Justin to another, Justin, good morning to you.
It's a great name.
Great, a winner's name, if I may.
That's right.
All right, so you were competing in these playoffs as the reigning Xfinity Series champ. How are you feeling about your positioning in these playoffs, and do you have any extra pressure to defend that championship?
Well, there's always pressure to defend, right? But I think if you look at all stick and ball sports, all sports in general, right? Getting that first championship is a big deal, but then being able to back that up, you always want to have that success. And you know, our team's done a great job. Right now, we have all four of our teams in these playoffs and trying to make it through to the next round. And you know, this weekend we're at the Charlotte Roval, which is a home race for us, right? So you have this unique situation where everybody kind of has the home race. You know, we all have home races, you know, out throughout the schedule where we're all from, but because all the teams are here in the Charlotte area now, this one holds a lot of weight, holds a lot of gravity, and we're definitely you know, vying for a good finish and be able to get to that next round of the playoffs and hopefully you know, back up that video that you're watching right there and do a little bit of training and doing a burnout. That's always a fun time.
Okay, I want to make sure I'm reading this right because I'm like, wait, are my eyes deceiving me? Will Saturday be your 500th career Xfinity Series race?
It will be. This camera's not doing a great job of hiding my gray hair. But you know, and it is funny too because a lot of the guys and gals that I race in this series, especially in the Xfinity Series, you know, a lot of up and comers, a lot of young talent, and you know, I think that racing has a unique, I guess all sports have it. You have a great perspective as you get older. You maybe don't have some of the tenacity and some of the youth that you had when you started, right? So finding that balance between the two is always really tricky. But you know, I have great people around me, and it's crazy the technology that we're seeing, you know, kind of being put into the sport. And you know, as much as things stay the same, they are changing very rapidly. And you know, we're getting new tracks like this one that you see here on your video. This is the Roval. This is Charlotte. This has been in the series now for a few years, but you know, it's a mix between an oval and a road course, and it definitely makes it a lot of. But it will throw you off really, really quickly because it is one of the most challenging racetracks that we go to on the schedule.
And Justin, talk more about that, because to most eyes that aren't as sophisticated as yours, all these tracks look the same, but this one is known to be a bit tricky. So how do you adjust? Yeah,
I think that's one of the most unique things about our sport is that every week, you know, while they look the same, there are huge differences, whether it be climate, where the racetrack is at. You know, because of that, some of the services can be different. Then you have racetracks like here at the Roval, where in the spring in May we race on the oval. It's a 1.5-mile oval. And then when we come back here in the fall, we race on this road track that actually cuts through the infield, and where the fans would be camping and parking for the May race, you know, they're now part of, you know, the racetrack goes through where they were at in fall. So you're trying to manage those, and when you have a track that turns left and right, and you have a racetrack that's just predominantly a high banked oval, your setups are vastly different. And this racetrack kind of merges the two of them together because you can't give up the oval setup to be you know, whenever you're on the oval, but you also have to be good in the infield. So really, really tricky, really difficult, and oh, by the way, extremely fast. I mean, we're going to see
right.
70, 180 miles an hour on this racetrack. So, you know, not the slowest of racetracks that we go to for sure.
Yeah, I'm always amazed at how you don't get totally zoned out, you know, and just get lost in the moment. Before we let you go, though, we have to ask you about your playoff helmet.
Yes.
How did you come up with that design?
Well, my daughters actually came up with it. So I have two daughters.
Look at that.
I have a 12-year-old and a 4-year-old, and my 12-year-old actually painted a majority of that helmet, which is, she is far beyond her years as far as art goes. My 4-year-old painted the green at the front there at the top, where you can see that it's kind of painted with a brush. But you know, every year my wife and my kids and my helmet painter, they surprise me with these helmets, and we have a friend that videos these for us, and I get to see the process of, you know, how they came about and what they, you know, how they painted and what the design concept is. And you know, my nickname is Little Gator. And so I never had an alligator helmet though. In all the years that I've raced, and my oldest daughter came up with that, and she said, "Dad, I think you need an alligator helmet." And so to see what they've been able to do for me, when I'm retired and I'm gone from the sport, probably my biggest cherished moment is going to be these helmets, because it really is special what they do for me. So really, really cool. And hopefully my daughter stays after, even after I'm long gone of racing. I hope she stays after the painting, because she's really good at it.
Wait, how old is she?
She's 12.
Very good.
12 and made that.
Nice.
That is so impressive.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I've got a great helmet painter that really helps her go through a lot of what we do. So it's pretty special.
That's awesome. Well, Justin, thanks for taking the time to talk to us this morning, and good luck tomorrow.